Hey, it's Joe Amoya, founder and creator of GPSforlove.com. Got a quick question for you. Have you ever said to yourself, is there something that I may be doing which is scaring guys away? Maybe you have a history. You go on a lot of dates, you meet guys, you get a lot of first dates, but they don't turn into second or third dates. And you often are left wondering why. Well, very often there may be something that you're doing that you're not even aware of that may be causing the good guys to go running for the hills. And that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. Now, before we get into this, let me preface this by saying if you are doing any of these things, it's not your fault. You're not wrong. And I'm not here to blame you. I'm here to simply help shine the light to help you see where you may need to make some changes because those quality guys, they're out there and they're looking for that one special woman. And when they find her, they'll commit. But if they don't find her, if they see red flags, well, they're going to go running for the hills and they're going to keep looking until they find the woman that they're looking for. So let's just jump right into it. The first thing that really turns guys off is a woman who's insecure, needy, or desperate. If you try really hard and you force and you push, a guy says he's going to call and the next day you're sending him 30 texts, or if he says, let's go out and he doesn't call you right away, and all of a sudden you start panicking, you start blowing up his phone or you start texting him, and you just come across as desperate and needy. Like after the first date, where's this relationship going? That actually happened to me. After, actually it wasn't date, it was like after 3 dates. The one was like, where's this relationship going? And I'm like, relationship? What relationship? I'm like, I'm getting to know you. This is what dating is all about. So I want you to understand that if you're coming across as desperate or needy or insecure, that's a real turnoff to a quality guy. Okay. Now, in these videos, or in this video today, I'm also going to give you the message that it's going to send. So I'm going to give you the why it's a turnoff, but then I'm going to tell you the message that it's actually sending to the guy. So the second is that when you don't trust men, where you bash men, where you say, what, all men the same, they can't be trusted, they all lie, they all cheat. Well, that doesn't fly with a quality guy. Right? The third thing is when you're stuck on your ex, when you're out and you're dating someone and you keep talking about your ex and the past and how things were and what he did and what he said, again, that's a big turnoff. The next one is if you're complaining all the time. And I know you don't mean to do it, but let's be honest, we live in a world where people are so negative today. It's like, 99 things can be going well. One thing goes wrong and the people, most people focus on the negative. You turn on the news, do a little test later on today. Turn on the news and literally see how long before something positive comes on. I did this once a long time ago. I don't watch the news anymore, but a long time ago, I watched the news and somebody had told me this, and it was literally like 19 minutes into the news before anything that came on that had a little semblance of anything that was positive. So, if you're complaining all the time, you're negative, that's a real turnoff to guys. And the last one is one that we have to talk about is that if you don't enjoy sex, okay? Because guys enjoy sex. I know that's not a news flash, and guys simply see sex differently than women. This is how I explain it. If you think of sex like a pie, right? Think of it like a slice of like a pizza pie where there's like 8 different slices. Well, you take one slice out. Okay, 2 women, that one slice, that's sex. It's just a piece of the pie, but it's not that big of a deal. There's more important things like connection, like chemistry, like integrity, like value, like all those other things, right? But to men, sex is like the 7/8, right? It's like, it's the part where the one part is out. It's like, okay, well, you know what? It's all about the pie. It's all about the sex to a lot of guys. And those other things, yeah, they're important. But as long as the sex there, that's like really important. And it's just how men and women are wired based on their upbringing, society, media, everything. But so if you don't enjoy sex, that's going to be a problem. That's a turn off to a quality guy. So now let's talk about the messages that they're actually sending. See, because when you're insecure, you're needy, you're desperate, what that's saying to a guy is you don't value yourself. You don't see your worth, your self-worth, your self-confidence, your self-esteem isn't where it needs to be for a man to want to be with you because it's fine when you're younger, you're going to try and build somebody up and you want to be there for them. But after a while you learn that, what? No matter what I say or do, I can't make you feel better. I can't make you feel more confident. I can't increase your self-worth and your self-confidence. I can help boost it a little, but ultimately it's up to you to do that kind of work. right? So the second thing is that, when you don't trust men, or you bash men, and what a guy says to himself is, guess who the next person you're going to be bashing is? Guess who the next person you can't trust is? Me. And again, quality guys have been down the road going, if you don't trust me, no matter what I say or do, it's not going to make a difference. So I'm just going to move on. Again, the next one is when you're stuck on your ex. A guy doesn't, just like you don't want to be with a guy who's constantly talking about his ex, a guy doesn't want to be with you if you're constantly talking about your ex. And the message it sends is that you're not emotionally available. You're not open to having a new relationship because you're still stuck on your past. You're still stuck on your ex. Okay? Now, again, the next one is when you're too negative. Okay? What that tells a guy is that I can't make you happy. Because no matter what I say or do, you're going to focus on the negative. You're going to focus on what I'm not doing right, what I'm not doing perfect. And us guys, we're smart enough to know we're never going to be perfect. Like, we're perfectly imperfect. Is that we're going to screw up, we're going to make mistakes, but we don't want our nose put in it. We don't want
I'll see you
to
there.
rub our nose in our shit when we screw up. Just talk to us, let us know, and we'll take responsibility. That's how you tell the difference between a quality guy and a guy who's not. But if you're going to complain all the time, you're going to be negative, guy realizes he's not going to make you happy. And he also doesn't want to be around that. Who wants to be around somebody who's complaining all the time, who's negative? It's literally, we call them emotional vampires. They literally suck the life out of you. A man, just like you want to be, hopefully, with somebody who's positive, so does a man. He wants to be with someone who uplifts him, who makes his life better, not someone who's bitching, moaning, and complaining all the time. And the last one, sex, we got to talk about it because that's what we do. We keep it real, right? A guy says, look, if I enjoy sex and you don't, then we're going to have problems. Now, that doesn't mean that we're talking about, a guy likes to do like some weird freaky shit and you don't, like, you don't have problems with sex. You're just not going to go there. That's a completely different story. We're talking about, just, you don't enjoy sex. There are a lot of women, who just don't enjoy sex for many reasons. But if you're one of those women and you're looking to have a relationship and you can't talk about it in an open, honest, vulnerable way, not in a way where it gets dirty, it gets cheap, it gets, skanky, we're not talking about that. But just, as adults, like, let's face it, sex is an important part of a relationship. So if you can't talk about it, you're not open to it, or you don't like it, well, that's going to tell a guy, it's going to send a signal that, what, we're not on the same page, because that's important. Okay. So I just want to share these with you because, in this realm that we're in, we want to shine the light on the truth. There's all this misperception, all this bullshit out there that, men are these evil creatures and they can't do anything right. And there's no good ones out there. And they are out there. And they're looking for love. They're looking for a great woman like you. But before they commit the rest of their life to you or to any woman, they need to make sure that they see certain things, or if they see certain things, certain red flags, they're going to go running for the hills. And a lot of the time we do things, or you may be doing things unknowingly, which may be sending the wrong signals. And that's the purpose of today's video. So I hope it helps. If you have any questions, make sure you put them below. If you have any comments, feel free to put those there as well. Sound good? Have an amazing day. I'll see you next time. Much love.
If you're at that point in your life where you're tired of being single, you want to find that one special guy to share your life with, and you can't understand why you're having such a hard time finding him, I'd like to invite you to join our free Facebook group. It's a private group where women just like you are discovering the truth of what it really takes to attract a quality man and a love that lasts. You're going to learn how to identify the real obstacles, especially those that are unconscious, which are preventing you from finding the love that you're looking for. And you're also going to learn how you can turn your love life around, date successfully, and put yourself in position to find the type of man that your heart desires and deserves. Now, if that's something that sounds interesting to you, you can go to facebook.com/groups/find love that lasts. Or you can click on the link below in the description of this video. I'll see you there.